How long gone? Jason is here. Chris is here. Still riding the wave off of Hirt Yonkers. We, the dust is still settling over here. What's up with you, Chris? There's a lot to talk about today.
Oh, is there? I didn't realize there was a lot to talk about today. I guess there's a lot to talk about every day.
Well, I mean, I know that there's different Netflix shows that you want to get to.
That's right.
You're a big Twitter user.
That's
true.
How
do you feel about Twitter notes?
I mean, it's dumb, of course, but what's more dumb? The problem is that Twitter is such a beautiful vehicle for expression of the written word. Mm-hmm. The only thing they need to introduce is editing. That's the only thing people really want. But like every other application on God's internet, they choose to introduce features that no one asked for and no one wants, instead of giving the people what they want, which part of me appreciates and part of me loathes. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you feel about it. My favorite thing though is the writing community turning it into a moment for them to complain about not getting paid enough.
Okay, well,
that's my favorite part of the whole thing.
Yeah, I guess the only argument that they might have is, we're creating content that Twitter is then, putting ads on, and we should get a taste of that. But it is what it is. I don't think that writers should be paid for tweeting unless other people want to pay them for it.
No, yeah,
or unless you're tweeting actual ads.
Yeah.
Which I'm of course happy to do if anyone wants me to.
Jason's Twitter has recently turned into strictly an ad-based platform.
I will teach every writer how to make money writing on the internet. Write about products and then tell them where to buy them, and then an agency will send you a wire transfer.
And unfortunately, some of those agencies still send you a paper check in the mail. But let's not talk about that. No. I mean, it's a classic misstep, and hopefully, when Tesla honcho Elon Musk takes over, he'll correct all these wrongs. His purchase was approved by the board, but I'm sure deals of this magnitude do take.
So wait, the Elon deal is back on.
The Elon deal seems to be back on. It from what I understand, the board has approved it. I'm not in mergers and acquisitions. I don't know financially what this actually looks like or the timeline for the actual takeover. Mm-hmm. But stay tuned to How Long Gone, and you can find out all about the Twitter takeover.
Don't worry, I don't think anyone is really coming to us for that information.
No, that's true. I did watch a very cool new show on Netflix last night that apparently is an attack on the left. According to some news outlets, it's called Snowflake Mountain, and they take I don't know why, but everyone on it is kind of fat. So they take 10.
Nothing snowflakey about them. They're more of a snowman in terms of portliness.
So they take 10 or 12 maybe snowflakes, which are people in their early 20s that think everything should be given to them for free and they shouldn't have to work, and they take them to a remote wilderness location and drop them off, and then these two kind of outdoorsy white guys lead them through wilderness training without the modern trappings of the lives that they're used to, where they have to fend for themselves. And I don't want to give anything away. I know you're going to watch every episode. They give them dry bags, and they're basically take only the essentials out of your large suitcase, and put them in the dry bag, and they all do that, and then it cuts to all their suitcases in a far off field, and the guy blows them up with a button.
So basically, this show is if your attention span can't handle Survivor or Naked and Afraid or any other show that's just like this, where people get dumped into the wilderness and have to fend for themselves, like how they did in the Ice Age or whatever. Except the only difference is everyone is somebody that will do bad and you want them to do bad versus you don't person who will do good and you want them to do good.
You want to see some growth. You know what I mean? From some of these guys, Liam.
Okay.
Liam is a nice chubby British guy with rosy cheeks, and I feel like he's going to kind of really turn his life around. That's my guess.
Okay.
I'm only one episode in.
Okay, well that's good. So we might want to watch them to shed their snowflake wings and turn into more of a merman.
We're looking for a merman situation. That's exactly what we're looking for. But I highly recommend it. It's much better than Stranger Things or something like that.
Yeah, I'll gladly watch that over Stranger Things any day.
It's a good television program. And I had a big kind of media week this week, Jason.
Yeah, you've been in the news. You've been in the media.
But I'm very happy to say that my strategist column, Ask Chris Black, has returned
from the ashes. From the
ashes. I mean, I know it's kind of a bummer that it's announced the same week as the Cause cover dropped, but I just want to be clear. Those things are unrelated. And
yeah, New York Magazine, that bringing Chris's column back was negated, and it is now a moot point because of that Cause.
Yes,
Cause
exactly. Yeah.
Crying on a skateboard.
That's right.
Sitting on a skateboard.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Let's move on. But the
so what are we gonna get kind of same as it ever was?
That's right.
Chris Black column, or are we gonna add any 2022 flair?
Well, it's going to be a longer format because it's moving from weekly to monthly, much like your favorite kind of DJ residencies, to put it in language that you understand.
Maybe you could move it over to Twitter Notes if it's going to be more long form. You'll get some more eyeballs on it than your Twitter gets more hits than the New York Magazine, right?
Yeah, that might be true. But yeah, so I've already got a nice batch of questions in the hopper to answer. It'll be coming to you live in like mid-July, but I'm happy to be back.
So this is a Q&A format that you're comfortable with.
Well, this isn't going to have me getting into a fist fight.
Somebody could email you in a question that would really boil your blood like a crawdaddy.
I don't want my blood boiling.
That would be bad if that happened? You wouldn't like that?
I would not like that. But I mean, also these
Chris, are you doing emails right now? What's going on? I feel like you're not present.
No, these questions come. I'm just trying to explain to you how this stuff works. The questions come from users, but they're filtered through an editor.
Okay. So you don't get raw. You get selects.
I get exactly. Yes, exactly.
To put it in terms that you understand.
Yes, thank you for bringing it back to me. You sent me a picture from the gym yesterday that I want to talk about.
Speaking of men's health,
it looked like you were laying on the ground and you had a stack of bumper plates on your stomach.
Bumper plates on the chest and then a weighted medicine ball on the stomach.
Okay, and this is you said I'm relearning how to walk. Is how you phrased it? Is that can you explain more? But I don't understand.
Yeah, so I'm doing a bunch of because of the knee injury over hyperextension of the leg, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. It kind of is throwing off my hips and my ribs aligned, the way they're aligned. So I'm doing a bunch of weird kind of rudimentary, bizarre exercises and movements like that to kind of help bring my alignment back.
So you're going caveman mode to get this shit aligned.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, because of the way that I was overcorrecting my knee injury, that was making me kind of walk differently, and then so I kind of have to unlearn that walk and then go back to standard walk. So yeah, 100 pounds, 425s on the chest. I'll put a little towel down,
Okay, that's nice. Thank you for that, because COVID is still raging in Glendale. So thank you for that.
I put the John-dum down. That's the jeans condom for our listeners at home. And then 30-pound medicine ball on the stomach.
Okay.
And then you basically just kind of close your eyes, listen to some binaural beats, and then you just breathe into the back of the rib cage and not the front, if that makes sense.
No, that does make sense. This sounds really interesting. I think I might have to come over for a session.
I think you would like it. There's because we've talked about this before in terms of the attention span and the meditation stuff, where it's something that I run towards and it's something that you might resist a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then I likened your needing to sort of be physically held down by a large, strong man to really get you to relax and calm down.
Do not bring monkeypox into this right now. Not today.
4 small creatures could hold down each one of your limbs, and then after a while, just like Bean, my small dog, you realize there's no way out, there's no way you can wiggle, and then you finally submit to your heart and your energy to Christ.
Okay,
and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about on today's episode.
Okay, so I'm not only relearning to walk, I'm also giving my life to Christ, our Lord and Savior, and I'll be baptized in some kind of dirty steam room water at a Glendale Equinox. That sounds great for me.
If you want to do regular training, that costs a lot of money, and I can't really afford it. So if you do kind of the half religious, half training,
I see.
It's comped, but there is a price that you have to pay. I do have to kind of join the church and everything.
So you have to participate participate in communion and tithe 10%, so it actually kind of equals out to the same price as a trainer.
I don't look at the numbers. I don't want to see it.
But you're not getting the emotional weightlifting that you're getting from Christ.
Bingo.
Okay, I understand now. All right.
So yeah, I got the ball in the stomach. I got the plates on the chest. I do that for 5 minutes, and then at 5 minutes, I move the ball from my stomach on top of the plates on the chest. So you got 130 coming down right onto the chest. You breathe into that for 5 minutes. Your legs kind of start going numb. You know, like parts of your body are like twitching. It's very intense. And then when you're done, you feel like a baker's dozen of post nut clarity.
I love a post nut clarity. Speaking of
13 nuts.
Speaking of 13 nuts, we do have a guest today. Austin's Hovvdy is joining us. Charlie Martin and Will Taylor, a band I quite like. Their album True Love came out in 2021. I was listening to that pretty seriously. They are from one of America's worst cities, Austin, Texas, so I can't wait to kind of get into that and ask them if they know any of the chicks that work at the Reformation down there next to the next to the Sun Life.
They're having a tough time down there, aren't they? I had a nice Sun Life Wolverine yesterday, Chris.
God bless, baby. All right, let's
Yummy.
Let's talk to the guys from Hovvdy. So this motherfucker is in Waco, and I just want to be clear, this is by choice.
This is by pure choice and affordability.
Okay, so
pure choice and affordability.
You're not being held hostage.
Free will.
This is free will. And what is the appeal of Waco besides obviously the rich history?
Lots of rich history here. The heat was the main draw. No, I mean, we're
got some good heat over there. Nice dry scorpion heat.
Some really dry heat. I really do like getting sunburned playing basketball. But we moved here because it's cheap. We have a 2-year-old daughter. I play in a dumb band, and we had to simplify our lives. Austin was too expensive.
Elon ruined Austin, and now you can't even get good barbecue. You got to live out in the sticks.
That's dead true. That's dead true.
So what are the pros about Waco, Texas, other than affordability, of course?
Yes.
Like, what's some things that I wouldn't love about it until I went there and lived there myself?
Local secrets, kind of, you know.
Hot springs, nice little sandwich shop.
There's not a ton of a really good like local cuisine aside from
I like that. So what's good about Waco? Not a ton of
there's one exception, however.
Food.
There's a really good Mexican food restaurant. It's basically in a house. It's down the street from our house. That's how we found our house. It's called Roofi's Cocina.
Roofies?
Yes, Roofi's Cocina.
Okay.
It's as good as it gets, honestly. It's like
Charlie has my back.
Like ROOFIE apostrophe S?
RUFI.
Okay, so it's not spelled like Jason's favorite drug. It's spelled like a woman's name.
Drug of choice.
Yeah, Jason's drug of choice.
It's like the Abuela Roofie,
yes,
and not like Bill Cosby Roofie.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
What's the specialty of the casa? Like a sleepy little enchilada? You wake up the next day, you don't know where you are?
That's right.
It's not so much Tex-Mex. Yeah, it's here, Charlie. You got it. Yeah.
Let's send it over to Charlie for this one.
I mean, they got the heady stews going. They got the real guisada, the fucking.
It's a wet spot.
Crazy stews.
You get like a guisada burrito.
Dry heat, wet food over there in Waco.
Homemade tortillas.
Okay.
The breakfast platter comes with a sneaky pancake.
Whoa! Hold the fucking phone. So you're saying Are you getting a pancake Christmas style down there in Waco? I don't.
You have to syrup by the bite.
Right. You do a cut and a dip into the red and the green salsa. You don't pour it all over because then it gets all soggy.
I obviously love our Mexican brothers and sisters and the cuisine they provide for us, but pancakes is not really what I'm looking for.
Right. Well, that's where the Tex comes in when the Tex-Mex.
That's why it's called sneaky.
So you order a traditional Mexican breakfast platter, and they put a pancake in there just because you're gonna want a pancake, kind of thing.
Yes, and it's like each plate is like an individual plate. Like there's no sets. It's all like kind of loose silverware,
rustico.
The pancake is it comes on a smaller plate. So it's like a little just modest pancake next to your just wonderful dry chorizo. They actually do like a really nice dry chorizo as well. You mix it with potatoes and eggs.
I'm into it. I like stuff like that.
That sounds like a pretty extreme breakfast, if I'm being honest, Chief. I mean, how does that set your day forward, or does it kind of slow you down a little bit?
It slows me down heavily. So Roofies closes at 3:30, so I go at about 12:45.
Oh, okay, so it's a breakfast for lunch,
a brunch situation. But we can stop talking about Waco whenever y'all.
No.
That'd be great.
It looks like you have some great architecture behind you, though, like a beautiful door with some hand-laid glasswork. Those windows do not look cheap.
That is nice.
That would be irreplaceable, and that's a word that's like often used in our house, and it drives me wild because everything is just holding on by a thread. It's like 100.
Okay,
it's 100 years old, and it's all about to break.
I'm about to break.
We love Texas here on How Long Gone, and
for sure.
That's not a joke. Charlie, do you live in Austin still by choice?
I don't. Yeah, we both were there for like 11 years, and then my wife is in law school at WashU in St. Louis, so I'm a Midwesterner now.
Damn.
Okay, so I like what you did here though. So you married a chick that's going to make a lot more money than you, which is always smart.
Yeah.
But she is forcing you to live in St. Louis. So it's kind of
St. Louis is an up and coming zone though.
Yes.
It's very up and coming.
Honestly slept on. It's kind of the opposite of Austin in a wonderful way. It's like
huge infrastructure.
Great big city, not crowded. Too crowded, too crazy,
and bad infrastructure.
Yeah, the drive-through at Jimmy John's.
You're saying that Austin wasn't built for this. It can't handle the load of all the tech billionaires kind of coming to town.
Correct.
I mean, I can't get too technical on it, but yes, I think that is the case. Yeah.
Don't get me started and fired
I'm not
up.
like a civil engineer.
No, I know a few people. Friend of the show, Adam, some hoodlum. He got a crib and went and moved to St. Louis. He's just like, I'll just buy a place here and it'll make money and I can afford it. And I don't see why not. There's beautiful, cute neighborhood there.
Beach.
Honestly, the spot we live in St. Louis feels like a art museum compared to where we were at in Austin. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've never been to St. Louis. I have our friend Jeremy Kirkland lives there, and he's like, he's from there. You know what I mean? He's like, it's pretty good. But I don't understand what happens there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's I don't know what the culture is.
He's got 2 kids, bro. That's what he does. He goes to the park.
No, I know.
Has an IPA. Watch a little
zoo.
golf. I'm at the zoo most days. I'm at the zoo.
Some cold cuts.
Just have some nice kind of cold cuts on a hot St. Louis day, in a sandwich or not.
So when you meet the other kind of St. Louis dads, and you're like, I'm in a band.
ST-aliens is what you might call them.
ST-aliens. Are they like, cool, bro? Or like, do they believe you? Or do they need to see like a pitchfork printout? Or like, what's the vibe? Because it's like, I feel like you're not really associating.
Do they assume that you're in like the church band? Or like, oh, which congregation?
Which congregation?
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I haven't really tapped in, man.
He's been working from home, mostly stayed to myself.
I'm childless, so yeah, it's just
okay.
wife's in school. Yeah, so I just
I'm the child one.
I thought you both had
I say Charlie might be giving off more dada energy than you, William, but who's to say?
Ouch.
I don't mean to. That's no shade. That's coming from two non-fathers, so we're jealous.
It's the nice artwork versus the Goodwill artwork.
That does change the conversation a little bit. But so you're not. So did you move to St. Louis raw dog, like no homies? Like you just were like, Bay got in. We got to go
straight up. Yeah, she got the scholarship. We were like, let's go. We had like 4 friends, and they're all super tight. So I count myself lucky. I don't take too much. I'm kind of by myself type dude.
Okay, so you're good to go.
I'm living well. I mean, we do so much socializing on tour, so I get it in. And I get home and it's just nice time with John.
I do a little socializing on tour too, if you know what I mean. Yeah. We're all fucking lots of different chicks and cheating on our partners on the road, baby.
That crazy podcast life.
Yeah. I'm only saying that because she's at yoga right now. Otherwise, she would hear me through the wall and like
I'm like bang on it.
Don't worry. She's not going to listen to this episode, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, she doesn't care about us.
She doesn't care about me either.
Because she definitely doesn't care about you. When we're on tour, I kind of have to act as the de facto tour manager because Jason is getting lit and
You're getting less lit.
I'm sure you guys have a staff and stuff, but
oh gosh,
who is the more responsible one of the duo? I have a guess, but I want to hear it from you.
I mean, we really ebb and flow with it. Honestly, it's a work of art out there. Yeah,
we both have our roles.
So you guys trade off on who's getting fucked up.
Yeah,
who has the more kind of drug and alcohol dependency issues out of the two of you guys?
That's a hot question for sure.
It's a hot little question because Chris, you would think that it would be me, but Chris has sort of been toppled by that, and now I have.
That's true.
So I'm the stepfather that had to step up, and someone's got to snort all these powders if Chris can't do it. So out of the two of you guys, who's kind of doing more of that?
It really depends. I think I'm more of like a this guy, whereas Charlie's more like this guy. But like
this is an audio podcast.
I'm sorry.
Let's use our words.
Roller coaster ride is
okay.
Is
You're
myself.
going up, you're down. You have a lot of dynamic range.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I'm like losing control or I'm not. And then Charlie's kind of more like going 45 and a 50, like
okay. Slow and steady wins the race.
But for a long ass time.
Yeah, I can sustain it for sure.
Okay. So Charlie, he's not going to win any sprinting award medals, but he's going to see the end of that marathon, and Billy might be passed out in the bushes.
Yeah, I wish we had a better answer for you. That's as good as I got.
I think that's a great answer, and I appreciate.
Yeah, it's a good stepping stone into a common question that we talk about here, where we do a lot of ranking. Top favorite artists or whatever. One of them being top 3 favorite prescription pills, dead or alive. Quaaludes are on the table. What do you guys got?
Oh gosh.
What do you guys got?
I wish I knew.
You can do separately or combine.
I don't fuck with it, but I used to be a bad boy.
You used to be a bad boy. Okay, let's get into that. What do you mean by bad boy?
No, like literally like a child. When I was like 15, I think the only time I ever fucked with like a pill for fun was like I think me and my brother did Oxycontin and went to see like Transformers. And it was amazing. I was going through a lot. My parents got divorced. I was like kind of wild as like a young kid, and then I got my shit together, started playing sports.
So your rock bottom was going to see the 315 Transformers off half an oxy.
Megan Fox.
Honestly, that's good.
Megan Fox, Generation 1.
Crazy
that
stuff.
Is good.
Yeah, 15-year-old looking at Megan Fox going beep, burp, 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 burp.
Luckily, OxyContin, the beauty of it is it won't let your penis work. So Megan Fox wasn't really doing much for you. You know what I mean? It was
eyes closed.
Baby Charlie, go sleepy now.
Yeah.
Exactly,
It's all good. Exactly. You don't want to jack off in the movie theater.
No.
That's how you catch a case.
That can get you in real trouble, especially down in Texas. They don't appreciate it.
Luckily, you're a minor, but it's not. Yeah. You don't want it on the record. What about you, Billy?
Gosh, I'm a proud a part of the generation that took like way too much Adderall at a young age.
Like what? How young are we talking?
I'm trying to know, like 12 or 13, honestly.
That's when you start to develop a problem concentrating.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it kind of tracks age-wise.
What I wasn't willing, or what I didn't realize at the time, was that it wasn't a concentration, but there wasn't a concentration issue, but it was a will. There was no will. There's lack of will.
Okay. So you could concentrate all you want. You just didn't care about these little algebra problems.
Right, which is tale as old as time. Yeah. But yeah. I don't like, I think I did Oxycontin one time and like drank too much one time, but
damn. So all right. So you guys are just
I just like weed and beer, I guess.
Couple of wholesome boys.
Although you are drinking out of a styrofoam cup, which I have to say is
so so Texas. It's so every birthday of all the old people.
It's Diet Coke.
Like a new cup. It doesn't make any sense to me.
So is that your grandpappy's like logo on that styrofoam cup? Like what is that? What do you mean?
It's actually really hard. No, it
is a good logo. It's kind of like Tiffany blue, like a nice baby blue, and it kind of looks like it might be like Shaq's logo or something.
Jason, we should make some styrofoam cups for our next event. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, a lot of the sustainable brands that we work with will love that.
Yes.
I don't care about sustainability first and foremost, and I love branded stuff, as you also know, Jason.
Mm-hmm. Like straight up sink water. It's terrible. It's terrible.
So you're drinking sink water out of a reusable styrofoam cup. Are there ice cubes in play or no?
Oh, there are many ice cubes in play.
Okay.
It's funny. Right. Like I actually, have one styrofoam cup because it's really nice to drink seltzer out of on ice. Okay? Down here in Texas, we drink early in the afternoon.
Period.
So you're saying that the styrofoam cup, the way it interacts with the carbonation of the sparkling water and the ice, is it tastes different maybe than drinking out of the can or even
it dances.
A glass. Even.
It dances in your mouth.
It dances and it just hits a little harder. It's a little spicier. You know, that like bubble kicks a little bit.
You got to water down the high gravity hard seltzers. You know, like the Surge.
Yeah,
Surge. Okay. The 8%.
Bartender, Surge and soda, please.
The 8% White Claws are terrifying.
Surge and soda.
Yeah, you guys graduated from that though. I feel like
one day.
Okay.
What's on the right? You know, because Jason's rider is a bottle of 818 tequila, and then a 12-pack of beers, not IPAs, for the stragglers that want to hang out in our green room.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
I get a pack of gum is kind of my only contribution,
and a single avocado.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Most of the cities,
not too right.
Most of the cities we go to, unfortunately, don't kind of carry the level of hummus that I'm looking for.
Yes.
So I just choose to go without.
Yes.
It's easier that way.
You know, because musicians always impress me because I've known so many of you freaks that can get absolutely destroyed and go on stage and play those 12 songs perfectly straight through. Are you able to do that now, even as a father and as an elder gentleman, or do you have to have a couple red stripes and then really kind of pack it in before you hit the stage?
I love the category of alcoholic drinks we've swam through so much, but they all kind of fall under one umbrella, which is like safe and nervous.
Okay, we're gonna expand on that, Billy. Don't worry.
But like long trips, wear on you, and but like alcohol is kind of your best friend out there.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of have some beers and relax, and it's kind of a long day. Like literally, it's just the band who are out with us this tour, like 4 of us. So we all do something more than we should.
You mean responsibility wise? You all do things more than you should. Okay.
Yes. And we try to get home by 11:30.
Oh,
you know, we try to get to the hotel by 11:30, maybe midnight.
Which one of you guys collects the money? That's the question. That's right.
But
I knew it.
Honestly,
I wouldn't trust Will with $10. So I'm glad that you're kind of getting those checks.
No, he's way better with money. It's just like fun for me. You know, it makes me feel good.
I can relate to that. My favorite part of tour is sitting backstage before the show starts and getting the Venmo alerts of the merch
rush.
That's kind of why I do it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I hate the fans. I hate the road. I don't want to go to Philadelphia. Who gives a shit? But seeing $1,000 come in before you even touch the stage, that's God's plan right there. That's why we do it.
I'll be up there and I'll be in the green room. I'll be writing down my notes of like, all right, we got to talk about this and then this and this. And then Chris's phone is just like ding, ding, ding. And then he's like, I got to go to the bathroom. And I think he's sort of pleasuring himself to the sound of the Shopify push notifications. He's pushing his little meat back.
Yeah,
he goes and vomits. He's so happy.
I can't control myself. But no, I think that understanding the split of responsibilities in a duo is very important. And I'm glad that you guys, because have you guys been friends for are you guys like lifelong friends, or is this relatively?
This is a business agreement. Only.
Yeah, it's pretty much like through the band. Yeah, we met each other like 2014, started the band like 2015.
Oh, sick. All right. So you guys didn't grow up together or anything. So there's no bad blood yet.
Mm-hmm. For now, cross those fingers.
It's never too late.
That's
honestly.
facts. Yeah. Honestly.
That'll probably make then we'll probably make like a actually stimulating record instead of one you can just ignore.
Yeah. That'll be like our Deftones period.
So you guys will start to hate each other, and the music will go Deftone style, but then you'll be big, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, huge
separate buses.
We need to give them something to talk about. Well, to write lyrics about. You need to have some real strife in your life.
It starts here. It starts right now.
We're gonna break you guys down like a couple of wild horses.
You guys seem too happy.
All right, down and give me 20, you maggots.
Yeah, you guys seem too well adjusted. You guys seem.
Oh, they're doing it.
So were you in bands? You were in different bands before then, and then you came together to create this Deftones like combo.
Yes.
I don't know. I came up listening to like all the songwriters I was like looking at were like Towns Van Zandt and like
hell yeah,
Dylan, like real like heady like masters of their craft, and I was like, hell no, I can't do that.
So Dylan Van Zandt,
yeah,
that's a bridge too far. Let's come down to Deftones world.
Yeah. I don't know. It took me a while to realize you can just really keep it simple, and
we started liking bands that like made sense to us, and like just like the early kind of DIY bedroom rock. It was like the first time I heard like bedroom pop was like listening to, Elvis Presley or some kind of like first wave. Those bands kind of made us realize like we can just make a song, and like not.
We can just do this. We don't have to think about it that hard.
Yeah, like it can actually sound exactly, like how we want. It can sound bad, whatever.
Yeah, like if we think it's cool, like maybe it's cool,
Yeah, I mean, you guys have a laptop, you guys have some speakers and a guitar and some shit, and you can make it work. That's all you need.
Yeah, which in like 2013 was like not a really tired narrative yet. It was like almost like a new discovery that you can just make some music in your house.
You're kind of right, dude. You're kind of right. I mean,
yeah.
It was a novel thing at one point.
It's kind of one of the reasons music is ruined now, because the barrier is too low of entry. I preferred when you had to spend millions of dollars in a studio and, old guys had to approve, but I'm glad you guys are here and you've kind of figured it out.
Like if we were handed like a huge rock hit, I think, and we were a band in 2001, I also think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Back when like Sparkle Horse had like a 6-figure record deal, like that shit doesn't exist anymore. It's
great example of a band that I cannot believe got a 6-figure. There's so many, but Sparkle Horse is a great one. That's a great one.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a really good one.
I went to the Haim show in LA, and I'm like a fan. Like I liked the last record a lot, but I didn't really care before. And I told Jason this. I was like blown away. It's just it's like
once they did that synchronized dance routine, Chris was like, "This is it. I am hooked."
Also, people hating on the synchronized dance routine, like that's cool, bro. Why would you not do that if you're like
it's so cool
a top 40? Like I don't understand what the problem is with that. Like what do you? They're also
it looks
funny.
crazy,
like,
bro. It looks crazy.
They're not mad serious. They're like not mad serious about it, which is fun. Which is like why it's fun.
They also do like a skit in their act that was actually really funny, and I was like super impressed by. And I was like, where it's the song that has the voicemail from a guy from the album, and they kind of recreate it. But she does a full fake phone call with someone that you can't see, where she's like planning to hook up with a guy that she met the night before, and it's so funny, it's so good. But I'm like, damn, this is like. I'm saying this because they're a real band. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they're like a real band. This is pretty fucking good. And it's like, there's not lasers, there's not smoke. It like looks cool. Like the stage is cool, but it's basically just like these 3 chicks rocking. You know what I mean? There's not much more to it than that. And I do think that it's
nothing to hide behind.
Yeah, there's nothing to hide behind. But I thought it was to do it at that level and have a few little tricks that really work is like impressive to me.
And Chris loves the improv and
very
stuff
much
like
so.
that.
Yeah.
So anytime a band can squeeze that in.
I hate improv. I hate comedy. But they made it work somehow.
Well, we hate music, so it's perfect.
I know the old rock club we used to play in Austin all the time is now like Rogan's like Palace or some shit. So
Rogan's Palace. You mean like he's sort of taken it over as his comedy store?
Personal lounge.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think it's like a comedy club where he hangs out. It's tough. It's just rough stuff.
What's it called? I want to check it out now, brother.
I don't even know, honestly. I walked by.
What's it called, pussy?
Charlie has the bits, but no hard facts.
So if somebody like Rogan comes in and is like, me and all my bros are going to do stand up here every night and it's going to sell out and everything's all good, then like that's it and it's done. Like, is there a fight? And do like the musicians get pissed and try to take it back, or they're like, it has a scarlet letter. We're not even walking in the doorway of this place because it's like a Rogan stronghold.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not too tapped in with like how the locals are feeling about it.
The last few years has been such a weird time, like economically, especially for like live music venues. I feel like lots of places kind of died and like people almost under acknowledged it.
Yeah.
That might be one of the cases, because I haven't heard a ton about it either, but it almost felt like a normal thing, so
yeah, I mean you just kind of roll with it.
Yeah.
We just got back from a long tour and venues are like overselling, because what will happen is your show sells out and then literally like 70% of the people come or less. Like,
it's so weird, man.
In some cases it's it didn't happen to us, but I've heard of cases where it's sold out and literally 30% of the people show up. It's like,
because like 20%
really
of them
crazy.
have COVID, 20% forgot,
Yes.
and then the other 20% are like have too much anxiety to leave the house and go to the show.
Yes, it's really crazy.
But that means you still get paid though, right?
In some cases, we get paid more. Like I think in Austin, it's like a, it's like maybe like a 375, 400 cap, and we sold like 430 tickets. So that was
So
good.
you're like, we're good. Yeah, you're like, all right, cool.
Yeah, but the bummer, you're selling
It's a
less
bummer.
merch, and the bar's making less money, selling drinks, and they depend on those alcohol sales, you know?
Yeah, Jason gets in his promoter bag when he talks. Jason used to be a promoter, so he's only worried about alcohol sales. Yeah.
I love it.
Not of music, of EDM DJs, so it's a little different.
all about it.
No, of music as well. I've booked way more shows than all you guys combined. with bands that have guitars in them.
Bro, I don't know.
Did you make Facebook events?
I didn't. I never did Facebook. Facebook always scared me.
That bitch
and
is
weirded
no.
me
This
out.
bitch is too old, bro. He ain't. That's why he didn't do it. It ain't.
I
No,
know that.
Twitter and Instagram is the promotional tools, not Facebook.
I need to try Facebook Marketplace. It keeps being recommended to me, and I'm a big Facebook lover.
Yeah.
We talk about it a lot. I look at Facebook all the
damn.
time. It's
Yeah.
honestly, unfortunately, I've kind of moved on to LinkedIn because it's even more twisted than Facebook. It's the most twisted, and it's just the entertainment value is just like, while you guys are looking at porn and Joe Rogan videos, I'm learning about kind of how to be a CEO, and it's all free.
On LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's all free on the great platform of LinkedIn.
I'd rather be jacking off, bro.
I mean, I get that, but it's really, there's a lot of like truly god awful like CEO inspiration talk
Yes.
by people that I see where they work and I've never heard of it, and that's kind of my favorite genre.
Yes.
What about when you see it from people that you know in real life and they do one of those posts? How does that make you feel?
Unbelievably, Jason, I don't really see people I know from real life
There
doing
you
it
go.
on there.
When I was on LinkedIn, I saw that shit and I'd be like, bro, I can't do this anymore.
You're hanging out with the wrong people.
Yeah. People say that to me a lot, actually. So maybe I should take that into consideration next time I log on.
Do you guys have Juul down there?
Jewel.
Light on the tobacco use, but my wife did. We recently went and saw her family in Tennessee, and she bought like a Juul.
Because you have to see your family. I got to do a Juul.
We've been passing it back and forth, like watching TV at night. It's kind of
That's
terrible.
so funny. Damn. I know. I have this like. I have
bro.
this real suspicion with like USB powered smokables.
Okay, expand on that, Charles. Expand on that.
I think that's
Charlie
reasonable.
needs to start his own podcast about this.
Is it like a microchip into the lung situation, or
Nate, something like no. It's just the like the heating element, like the batteries kind of freak me out if I really think about it.
that's fair?
I don't know, man. I think it's a little spooky, but
If I really think about it, I get
Maybe
fucked up
there's
about
like a
batteries.
steam powered vape or something like that, where we're not relying on lithium or anything like that.
yeah. I mean, I think about what was that? When I was like in high
The
school.
volcano or whatever that would fill up that huge.
the big bag. Yeah, that was. I mean, that was fun. But
I've smoked hella volcanoes, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. It tasted like burnt sushi to me. Was always my complaint.
Yeah.
that's when you know it hit right.
Yeah, it sounds like you're not smoking exotic enough, Chris.
Jason,
Yeah.
I was smoking exotic when you were booking Franz Ferdinand, bitch. Don't do that.
Damn,
Got him.
that was crazy.
That was crazy.
So
Deceased.
where do you guys do the best? Like, what are your favorite American cities to touch down in where they really show you guys love?
It's kind of the predictable zones, like it's kind of like the LA, New York, LA crazy pulled up.
Yeah, LA like really, really came through this. I mean, it was sold out, but like the crowd was like about it. It was
Where was the show, guys? If you don't mind me asking.
Lodge Room, gorgeous spot.
We did Lodge Room as well. Great backstage there. Great green room.
This literally never happens at our shows, but there's like 5 people, who like kind of have access to the stage. They're like, their gut is on the stage, or whatever. And they're like beating the stage with their palms, like screaming. It was hilarious.
Like that photo of the guy in like the 60s at the jazz club, and the guy's playing the sax really, really intense, and the guy's like pounding the stage, like, oh, it's so good.
Damn, you guys went killers mode at the Lodge Room. I like to hear that. They need that over there. Highland Park's like pussies only, so it's nice that you guys kind of.
So when you're playing one of your sweet love songs, some of your bedroom pop love songs on stage, and people are just pounding that stage, how does that make you? Does that make you play more intensely, more aggro, or do you still stay in the pocket? Are you able to keep it still bedroomy?
No, I don't think the live set's bedroomy at all, to be honest. I think that's maybe what makes it different and maybe a little surprising. We're kind of like digging in on some rock shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pick it up a little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's get the tempo going.
Give them their money's worth.
Yeah.
Unless you're Spiritualized. We saw Spiritualized twice in one week, and that motherfucker sits down, but he's done a lot of heroin, so that's cool. You know what I mean?
I caught our boy Dijon in LA, and they're all sitting down like around like a dining room table, and it's just like the most fire thing ever. But
we saw Dijon in Toronto, and I was pissed off how well that worked. I'm
when
with
you can
you
sing
100%.
that well, it doesn't really matter where you are on stage.
I was just like, these motherfuckers are sitting down. This guy's juuling the whole time. And it's working, and I'm not mad. Usually I would be like, we got to go, Jason. This guy's fucking juuling on stage.
I was bored until I saw him juuling, and I was like, okay, I like this guy.
All right, we were at Coachella to see Spiritualized, and Jason's like, bro, Jay Spaceman just came out of the bathroom, and he's got 3 e-cigs in his hand, like going on
fully
stage.
charged.
2 joules, 1 aftermarket.
Yeah, to hit the stage.
It was modded to like hit harder.
Yeah,
It was modded to hell. He bored it out. He drilled that thing out.
But I was like, but I didn't see him actually use the jewel on stage.
Well, he's a showman. The bass player, he was jeweling. No one's really paying attention to him, but
No,
he's got to keep the pipes
That's
clean.
really special.
I feel bad for the guys that are hired to be in Spiritualized. That's probably a tough gig.
You're making 175 playing Coachella,
I saw him in LA.
half a drink ticket.
The LA show, it's fucking packed. People are so psyched. Everybody in the crowd is fucking dusty ass Mark Maron lookalikes. It's like really what you want it to be.
Don't come from Mark Maron, dude.
And
He's my guy.
they start the set 30 seconds in. He's like, no. He like waves his arm around, and they've got like the 3 backup singers, the horn section. He just stops the whole thing and just like kind of stares at them like, we're going to do this again, and we're going to do it right. He didn't say anything. He didn't speak into the mic.
Right.
And they just started again. And then, he doesn't speak at all during the show. He doesn't talk between songs or anything. So it was just like he gave them like a look that they knew they fucked up. Like when your mom's disappointed in you.
That's kind of like some old school musician, like energy, like where like you play it perfect or you leave.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I mean, he might have one of those like silent dog whistle things that only his backup singers can hear when they're out of line.
His drummer he gets shocked like a dog collar when he's off beat.
What did I say, Chris?
Charlie, you fuck with Marin that hard, bro?
I do, man. Like I'm kind of a day. Well, I don't know. It's been so many years. I'm just along for the ride. I think he's really like feeling himself these days, which I think is really funny. And
I think it's funny too.
Love it.
I think it's funny too.
You liked him more with more a lack of self-confidence and self-worth, and now that he's got a little swag sauce, it's weird.
Well, it's like weird swag. It's still like a little tortured, but he's just like saying it out loud, like, I'm doing the best work of my life, and I think it's precious.
You're proud of him. It's sweet, but I know what you mean about the feeling yourself and it being odd, because like I live in his neighborhood, so we live in the same neighborhood. And I was listening to an episode a week or 2 ago, and he was talking about how he had a good day. He had sex with a girl, and then they walked to Baskin Robbins to get ice cream. And like I was listening to that while I was driving past the Baskin Robbins, which is across the street from the grocery store I go to, and I'm like, and I'm just like, Mark Maron walked here, and he walked right after he had sex with this person and got a scoop of mint chip and ate it there. And like, I don't want I just don't want to know about Mark Maron fucking. You know what I mean?
I'm good. I'm good
But I
on
bet
that.
Mark
as well.
Maron is.
I'm
He's
glad that
getting
he's
busy.
doing it and he's still having
Mark
sex that
Maron's
he's
getting
proud of.
busy with chicks that have cats. No question. Like, no question. He's doing numbers with like a 32-year-old with a cat.
If she's got
Big
a
numbers.
Godspeed You Black Emperor lower back tattoo, he's painting that shit, bro.
Damn, I gotta Google search Godspeed You Black Emperor back tat, see if one of those exists. If one of those exists, because that would be a fucked up.
If there's
tattoo.
one of them out there that Mark didn't hit, I did. You know what I'm saying?
I love those guys, man. I'm so glad they're back.
Goodness.
Yeah, I don't. Mark is a tough one for me, but I think he's like, I want to approach him because we've seen him in public, you know, but I also think that like, I would never approach a celebrity, but I want to approach him because I know how mad it would make him when a guy like me approaches him versus a chick that works at the local like coffee house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is some local. This is some local insight.
Yeah, this is local shit.
This is local
This is some
inside,
local
but
insight.
we live in LA, so it's the world stage. Everyone wants to know
Yes.
about it,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like
This
when
is the
you're
big
talking
leagues.
about what's going on in Waco, like some people are like, I'm fucking with
Ask
that.
me about Chip and Joe. Just ask me. Just ask me right now.
Chip and Joe. That's a coffee shop that sells
Yep.
chips too?
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
What? Wait, chips
No.
chips like in the British sense
No.
or chips in the American sense?
Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Chip and Joe. Oh, of
yeah.
course. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You guys are both interested in property, right?
Yeah.
I'm interested in gains. Chris is interested
Yeah.
in property.
So, do you see Chip and Joe and their fucking 18 kids around town, or no?
I weirdly have like a connection to their family a little bit, and just through like friends we met here. Like I've seen Chip, but he like drives like a Honda Accord. Like I like
No, bro. Those guys—they're the richest people in Waco.
for sure. I don't know what was going on, but it was literally like a 2011 Honda Accord.
It's a sensible car, y'all.
Do you get a free subscription to Magnolia, their monthly magazine, or does that not come with the zip code?
It's on every stand for sure.
What's the grocery store like? What's your local kind of
HEB, big HEB love over here.
Heb?
Howard E. Butts. Yes.
Damn, you got a
Yeah.
grocery store named Butt.
That's what it stands for. I
crazy.
didn't know that.
It's just a wonderful grocery store. The price point is
It really is.
is just incredible, and they're like in-house products are really fire, and it's just a good old family
Okay.
spot.
Okay, so
Spot.
are you seeing any? What do we have any other kind of local Waco celebs that you could spot at the Heb, or is it just kind of Chip, Joanna, and their babysitter?
There's some like,
Will.
and there's like
Will.
some really funny like TikTok bands who are here.
What?
There's like one band in particular, Surfaces.
God damn it! That sounds like a fake band.
Yeah, it's a
Really good.
yeah.
Well, what separates you guys from a TikTok band?
Well,
I'm not saying that you guys are a TikTok band. I'm saying I don't know what a TikTok band exactly is.
we're less hot. We're less strong.
I don't know about that.
We're less famous, and we wear short t-shirts instead of t-shirts that come to our knees.
Okay,
Okay.
that's great. Those examples really painted a picture for me. I hope.
Yeah.
T-shirt length plays a big part into it.
Yes.
Okay.
You got to cover that, covering that giant frame is really important.
Is there like a Christian bend to these guys, or are they just normal cats?
That's incredibly likely. In fact, I'm always shocked with how common that is, but I would not be surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Surfaces, what do they sound like? Imagine Dragons or something?
No, it's super it's just like vanilla ice cream. I mean, like I love vanilla ice cream, so I can't talk too much shit. But it's just like really safe, really, really.
Okay, but
really
these
safe.
guys are these like a major label like recording act or just TikTok?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, well, they had their song. I think went off on TikTok and like went to the radio. They're like a big radio hit.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you see those guys and you're mad at them because they make more money than you, but you're also maybe trying to produce their album or something.
Sure, like like I'll give them like a peace sign or something, or like a peace sign and a duck lip. No,
You'll throw Surfaces a duck lip if you see him at the Heb.
I saw.
And they're like, "Oh, you're buying the HEB in-house products,
pimento cheese."
Well, we got the deal, so I'm getting the good oat
Damn,
milk.
that's pretty funny. Do you think they live there because they're from there, or do they relocate like you for the great real estate?
I have no clue. Like I honestly wish I knew. I shouldn't have brought it up if I didn't have answers.
There's no reason to move. Like, why? You can do everything there. You got an airport. You go and you fly all over the world.
They don't have an airport, Jason, unless they're flying private. I don't think. Chip and Joanna might have an airstrip,
Yes.
but I don't know if you have access to that.
There is a little tiny airport, but I it's like barely a terminal.
I want to go back to Waco. I think if you could kind of arrange for a dinner between Jason, myself, Chip, and Joanna, I think that we could get them on the show. And I don't want to like upstage you as the biggest Waco celebrity. So
no.
that makes you feel uncomfortable. You just let me know.
Pull up.
I don't want to step on any toes, of course.
I need you. I need you to get that. I need you to get that dinner.
I'm sure there's some great fine dining restaurants in Waco that we could patronize.
Jason's Deli, Fazoli's.
I could go on.
Okay, yeah.
Bro.
Really good.
Charlie's doing better. St. Louis is sounding pretty good to me right now.
No, it's fire. It's beautiful.
After Jason's Deli, that's rough, bro.
It's fire.
All right, Howdy. Thank you so much for talking shop with us. We appreciate it. True Love, that's out now. You guys just finished your tour, so now you can just chill and count those 20s all day.
Yeah, all the 20s.
Literally, 2 days ago, I was hold up. Listening to the new Drake album, like depositing all of our checks, and it was a special. Like the gummy was kicking in
hard as a rock, weren't you, Charlie?
Honestly, I was feeling it.
So, okay, because I can't figure out a way to like that album, so maybe I need to deposit money.
Yes,
that's a good environment. Yeah,
it's a good environment.
That works for me. I mean, look, it doesn't take much to get me going when I'm depositing. But
mobile banking, it was good. I found a nice rhythm.
Lots of overhead pictures.
Yeah.
The new Drake album is the soundtrack for mobile banking.
I take a picture of the front of the check, you know what I'm saying? I take a picture of the back side of the check. Once it's been approved, I move on to the next one.
Sign that shit, approve the amount.
Are you sure? Yes.
Are you sure? Yes.
Okay, so that's our biggest takeaway from this episode. If you need to learn how to listen to Drake and enjoy it, actually,
that's really good advice.
Do it while making a bunch of mobile deposits into your bank account.
That's great advice from Howdy. Thank you for joining us. I love tapping in with flyover states on this podcast. We don't do it enough. I love the records. I'll continue to listen. You guys do the same, and we will see you soon.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Later, fellas.
Later.